Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will jump straight over to those charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour. As you can see, not too much going on actual price action wise, but you can see our the important level that we've got to get back above. Our first resistance level is looking good. Like we could it is looking good for a potential takeout of this level. You can see we got up to it first, pulled back to the middle of the range. You guys will know that I do talk about the middle of ranges a lot as basically pivot points, middle of ranges. So yeah, we did bounce off the middle point and come back up. So the fact we didn't manage to get all the way back down is obviously bullish. And yeah, the fact we're back up here as well at the top of the range does just give us a good chance of breaking above it. So obviously breaking above it doesn't get us out of the woods. Obviously, I mean, you guys know it's this level on this trend line that I think literally gets us, just sparks full confidence back in the crypto market, even if, again, it only gets Bitcoin up to about 40k, and we still basically trade in this range. That is more than fine for me, because as you guys will know, I am a massive alt fan at the moment, and have been for a while, waiting for these moves from waiting for the moves in altcoins from basically after they were getting absolutely trolled. So yeah, this is all really good. Bitcoin sideways price action is fine for me. Obviously with an upward, the upward bias away from the lower end of the range, so so that people don't have the same amount of jitters they were having down here. It will be clearly good for altcoins. So that is really it for Bitcoin, because obviously, like I said, not a lot actual price action wise, other than we are looking to try and break out this level, and then it's a case of we'll probably trade in here for maybe a few days before we potentially take out this level if we are going to go bullish. Obviously, the flip side to that is that we get rejected from this level and actually do come down. If we do then take this level out, that'll be a pretty severe warning flag, because then if we do come down to this level again, well, it's going to look extremely bearish for obviously the 70% chance break likelihood statistically of dropping out of this descending triangle and making our way to that descending triangle target of 20k. But that isn't my preferred option. So isn't my preferred, or the one I think is most likely. So I don't think the Bitcoin bull run is done. It would be very anomalous. It would be an anomaly for us only to basically take our all-time highs and only basically do a 2x. That would be extremely odd. So yeah, Bitcoin run that over. But yeah, even still, we could, like I've said, I mean, in the macro overall macro trend, like the weekly charts, we can come down to 20k, bounce off there, just back test that breakout level and then carry on upwards. Because look, we never even got close to back testing it. The closest we got was still nearly $2,000 away from it. So there is a little bit of does the market want to try and backtest that? But yeah, I don't believe that is the most likely scenario by any stretch of the imagination. And if we do want to have a look at from the top to the low of this pullback, a 30% pullback, what I will say is that targets usually just get front run or overshot. So if we were looking for a 40% retrace, then what we had was an undershooting of it. So, and yeah, and that could be our inverted commas 40% retrace, and then we're going to keep on going onwards and upwards, and then we maybe will have a proper 40% retrace at some point in the macro trends. So let's go over to some of our other charts. We'll just have a look at the Ethereum one first. Ethereum BTC. So look at that. This is literally music to my eyes. This is, guys. Music to my eyes. This is the level. If you have a look at this on the daily, this is the level, guys. Look at it. If we take, I mean, we pretty much we knew we were looking like we were going bullish. We had sideways into this daily 9, and we're now trading above it. This is the level. Guys. If you look at it where we are, this is an extremely important level. This is the level where if we take out this, then my next target is basically the top of this channel. the top of the channel, which as you can see is a good, if you want to work it out percentage or wise, is a good, say we're coming around here, it's a good nearly 30% move higher. So this is a 30% move higher of Ethereum relative to Bitcoin. So that is clearly massive. Because if you've got Bitcoin going up as well in value, and then Ethereum going up 30% extra that value, then yeah, happy days. But yeah, this is what I'm waiting for. This is basically DeFi, guys. This is obviously the extra excitement and the extra goings on Ethereum that don't happen on Bitcoin. So yeah, that is what is driving this. And if we do, so you can see this, we're at this very important level for Ethereum BTC, and let's look at what this shows us on the Bitcoin on this one. I mean, it shows us we're at this important level here as well on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So yeah, I mean, if we take out this level, next target is down here. Next target is down at about 61%. So yeah, there were certain YouTubers and analysts that were just going on about just this going on and on and on and looking bullish, and we were looking for this to pull back. We were looking for the pullback. We kind of knew that this was definitely going to be it, but we were going to probably bounce, and then yeah, took it out and came down. So yeah, there's some analysts that I do definitely respect, but they have made some big wrong calls. They've made big wrong calls on the dollar, expecting the dollar basically to bounce. I mean, one day maybe it'll bounce, but they've been calling it to bounce all the way from over here, as in not bounce, but as in go bullish. And they've basically been also, not that we've spoke about it much, but they've also been calling the euro US dollar to obviously go up the euro to go down against the dollar, because they were calling the dollar to go up, and then they were also calling Bitcoin dominance to keep going up. So I'm not going to name any names, but these are analysts that I respect. But these are two big calls with obviously altcoins, with obviously the dollar. Two big calls, two of the only really long-term projection calls that they've been making, and both of them were incorrect. Let me see if I can do the noise. And our survey says wrong, basically. So yeah, but obviously over here we've been calling dollar bearish, and we've been looking for these this move down in Bitcoin dominance and move up in Ethereum BTC. So yeah, we've been on the right side of that. So excellent. So yeah, Ethereum US dollar. Let's have a look at that. As you can see, this is looking very ascending triangly. Ascending triangly, that is a real set of words. It's a real word, actually. It's hyphenated now. Ascending triangly, hyphenated, so it is one word. So yeah, that is a real word. So yeah. Yeah, so this is looking good, obviously. Obviously, we know crypto can turn on a dime, and the thing is, obviously, we are very dependent on direction on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is still only a, so far as Bitcoin's concerned move-wise, we're only a stone's throw away from 30k, so this could all switch on a dime if we basically do come back down and take out 30k. So yeah, obviously be aware of that, be fully aware of that. But if that doesn't happen, then it is going to probably be more crypto, more altcoin, more DeFi, more Ethereum euphoria. I don't actually, not euphoria is the wrong word, because euphoria obviously in crypto, where we keep on getting that Wall Street cheat sheet rammed down our throats all the time. Euphoria indicates we're at the top, so I don't want to use that word because I don't believe we're at the top, but just general crypto, like excitement, and yeah, bullish price action onwards and upwards. Yeah, obviously euphoria is the correct word, but obviously euphoria is quite heavily linked to that to the Wall Street cheat sheet cycle, obviously indicating the top. So yes, we won't use that. So yeah, over to DXY. DXY, as you can see, if we go down to the 4 hour, yeah, you can see in the range here still, but obviously it is looking bearish. If we take this out and come down, I mean, it's just going to be more crypto madness. So yeah, what you guys may also note, I don't know how many of you guys trade other things other than crypto, but you will see gold and silver lagging, gold and silver lagging, and there's going to be opportunities if Bitcoin and crypto does start to have that pop up towards 60k. For me personally, this is obviously not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm going to be hopefully, if gold and silver are still massively lagging what I believe is fair value, I am going to be looking to actually shift a lot of crypto capital into gold and silver mining shares, looking for the next basically mania, which I think that's where that could be popping. So hopefully Bitcoin can get up to that around 60k. I mean, this is a macro maneuver. This will be a big shift for my portfolio that I basically do on occasion. And yeah, I mean, I will still obviously be trading and be invested in crypto, and I'll still be doing these videos. But I'm just saying that that is something basically that I think should be on people's radars, because they are severely lagging where potential fair value is, both with the metals, and then obviously as you know, like with crypto, I like to trade altcoins because they basically have got the highest beta. They move the most relative to where crypto's going, like say Bitcoin's going in general. So obviously with the gold and silver price, like especially small cap gold and silver miners, they're the ones that move the most relative to their price. So obviously I'm in it for the big gains. That's what I like to do. I like to swing for the fences and score home runs every time. But obviously that doesn't happen or every time. But yeah, that is what I'm doing. That's what I like to do. Crypto has just been a main focus pretty much for a while now, since probably about 2016. But yeah, from time to time I do rotate into other things, and yeah, gold and silver miners is something that I'm going to be looking at. But ideally I want gold and silver to still lag, and I want crypto to basically get up to around that, Bitcoin to get up to around that 60k, which who knows what I mean for some of these altcoins. And then I'm going to start shifting. But it will be a slow moving process. It won't all just be one big pivot, one shift in one day. But anyway, I probably spoke about that a bit too long. Yeah, back to Bitcoin, and we will just have a look at those stochastics. What are they telling us? I mean, yeah, 4 hour is moving up. This is what we said. 4 hour gets going, moving up. It's going to give us a good chance of trying to break this level. Obviously the most important 10 hour is clearly going to be moving up now as well. Here we go. 10 hours moving up. Got above these two lows here as well. We've obviously got this trend line that we want to take out. But if this does get, I mean, obviously we're at the point now, if 10 hour gets going, we are taking out that resistance level for sure. Because obviously if it doesn't, then it will turn back over. But I think this is going to start to drive to the upside. And 12 hours turn back up from a very low level as well. So this has got an absolute mile to run. A long way to run. Sort of got an aggressive trend line. I mean, less aggressive if I stretch it out. But yeah, if we take that out and get going, 10 hour, 12 hour trend lines to break there. 4 hour obviously dragging us up, and daily still not turned up. So we have got daily left as well. Daily left in our tank to turn up and get us going. So if these all turn up, then we are going to, and this is not a financial advice, but we are going to basically be back at the top of the range, which is around 40k. 40k plus. So yeah, be aware of that. Daily TD9 coming in as well, although obviously you can see we are probably put in the low. But yeah, don't forget, you can always get accelerations down on the daily 9. Maybe we do get one savage move to the downside to this resistance. Just as everything's looking good and everyone's sort of FOMOing back in, absolutely broadside everybody, and then turn back up. So yeah, that is a pure daily TD9 speculation play. But don't rule it out, guys, because often you get acceleration into the 9s. So what I say, don't rule it out. Just be aware it could happen. All you got to do is basically just hold your breath whilst it happens, because I'm not suggesting you basically people get out of their positions waiting for that move down and then jump back in, but just be aware that it could happen. Just be aware it could happen. Yeah, so yeah, other than that, guys, things are looking especially good for altcoins. Clearly, if Bitcoin does start to get going in a very aggressive fashion to the top, it could have a bit of an impact on the BT dominance in Ethereum. But I mean, I do think Bitcoin is just going to grind its way up. It's going to basically grind its way above this level, trade in this range, grind its way above here. Maybe get a bit of a pop once to get up here, but a pop could literally take us from 36 to 38k, trade a bit sideways, and then I do think it will be to the upside, will be in a more orderly fashion. I mean, remember the adage that we told you: up the elevator, up the escalator, down the elevator. So price action to the upside usually is more stair-steppy and orderly. And if that does happen, then yeah, I just think altcoins are still going to just keep going on an absolute tear. And let's just have a look at the beauty of this chart. This is the one chart to rule them all for me, but only because this is where my portfolio is positioned, my crypto portfolio. So yeah, I mean, just incredible. We sort of had the initial bounce that this was one of the biggest moves we'd seen recently. Obviously, we had a big move there, but this one candle was one of the biggest upward candles. No candles like that here, and then just we just obviously just absolutely shattered that, and with the next one pulled back and then bounced again, and yeah, just absolutely insane movements. And yeah, like I said, break this level, then we are looking at next real resistance about 30% higher, and that will just be well, if basically we can get up to 30% higher. I mean, this is like pure pure my own personal moon boy, just hopes and dreams. If this can get up to the top of here, whilst Bitcoin gets up to about 60k, oh, that'll be it, guys. Then also, I mean, also like what I was saying, if gold and silver can still be lagging, and gold and silver miners still lagging, then just wow, that will be it. Trading completed. Completed for me anyway. I would have made enough money for me to basically never to really want to have to well, I say trading and investing in a different, but yeah, just more actively trade. I'll just be like, that is it, I'm done now. Completed. Yeah, done and dusted. But we'll see what happens, because obviously we all know that never really happens. You just keep doing what you're doing, don't you, anyway, and you just and that's it, isn't it? So anyway, thank you for listening. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Some very bullish video for your early Sunday morning. So yeah, new trading week tomorrow. So yeah, it will be an interesting one. Don't forget, guys, what I spoke about as well. We've also got that curveball coming in of higher taxes for corporations. I think stocks and shares could potentially struggle on that basis, which could obviously drag Bitcoin down, because we do know there's a correlation. But hey, there's also the chance that then basically all the Robin Hoodies could give up on stocks because of it, and then just come and jump into crypto, and we could go absolutely insane, even insanely more insane. So yeah, thank you for listening, guys. Remember, again, clearly not financial advice. Hey, no financial advisor is ever going to talk about this sort of stuff, are they? No financial advisor is going to be looking at like double digit weekly returns, are they? Let's face it. And if they did, you would have alarm bells ringing just on that basis, wouldn't you? So but anyway, yeah, thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you guys probably later on today. If I've got time, I'll do a video on just some of the altcoins that I've got and looking at.